Yeah, so we are just embarking on getting our accounting people to move away from the rudiments of accounting, where you use Excel, they use books, they use so many paper, and sometimes you can't even find some things. All right. This training is meant to enable you who is in the class, to better manage business finances by guiding you through the basics of keeping adequate records for your business operation using QuickBooks. So I'm going to guide you on how to use QuickBooks to keep adequate records and to be able to track so many other things in your company and generate financial reports. Aha. So take note. The training will guide you through the process of creating a company file in QuickBooks, setting up a chart of account. You heard the man talking about it. It's a major thing. Usually, if I go out to work, what am I going to do? I'm just going to build people's chart of account and take money and come. Tomorrow, for instance, I'll be going to Splinters, to one office there. I'm going to work on their chart of account, take money and come. So I need you to learn this thing very well. In future, you understand. I told you, I learned it in 2011. How many years now? More than 15 years now. Yeah, and I've been using it. So I don't know your Excel, and somebody calls me, say, please, do you do advanced Excel? I say, which advances? What do you need it for? What do you quiet thing? Yeah, things have moved you to move small. Setting up chart of account, creating customer and vendor lists. Very, very key. You will understand it when we go through the process. The training will show you how to track your bills in QuickBooks and better ensure they are paid on time. All right. So, Kelly, take note. I know exactly what you do. So take note. If you have specific questions, please, to all of you, if you have specific industry questions, ask me. Like, oh, say I am into. Somebody came to my class and he was into filling station. He has a filling station. So he needed to know how he can bring in the gallons of whatever and everything to the system. Sometimes you are here for general training, but take advantage to ask for your specific questions so that once you roll out the system, you'll be able to use it. It will show you how to track your sales. So I've talked about how you track your bills, how you track your sales, and create invoices and sales receipt for your customers. With QuickBooks, you don't need to use hard copy receipt anymore. You can create a receipt, it will record your income in the system, and you send a receipt to your customer via email, via WhatsApp, or print it for the person. And we'll show you everything. So the days of going to Newtown to print receipt book will be over. As you regularly, please now take note of here, as you regularly and accurately enter all your record keeping information into QuickBooks, it must be regular and it must be accurate. Please, if you want to be using systems, you must be regular with the system. That's why some people don't do the system and the manual at the same time. No, they do system. You go to the airport and so many places, the computer is just in front of them. Whatever they are doing, it's on the computer. They are not doing any other thing aside. There's no paper anywhere anybody is writing. Everything is going into the system. It must be regular. Why? Because you need to generate regular reports. And without regular entries, how do you generate regular reports? And accurate, because all that you put into the system is what you have. Okay? And usually, those of you who are familiar with that adage, it says garbage in, garbage out. And it works with the system as well. You will be able to make use of the many financial reports QuickBooks can generate and make available for you to better manage and analyze your business performance. So for instance, if you are tracking all your sales, you'll be able to know how much you are making on a daily basis, monthly basis, quarterly basis, annual basis, and you'll be able to decide whether you are doing well or not. Now, let's move to what we call complete the easy step interview. What is it? Please take note of this. Easy step interview. Easy step interview. Now, the word interview, to take note of it, because QuickBooks comes with a lot of interviews. We call it setting up of the system. Setting up of the system. After the interview, we'll go and create a company file using the easy step interview. So what does it mean? It means they will want to ask you a few questions. That's why somebody sent me a message, said, which industry should I choose? So when you are setting up the system, it's one of them. So, but let's look at the slide that I have. I'll be moving to QuickBooks right now. I'll show you QuickBooks Desktop, QuickBooks Online. We'll look at it right now. So pay attention on my screen. Once you have opened QuickBooks, so once those of you who are using desktop, I told you to install it and leave it. But this time around, I'm telling you to open it, like double click it and open, or right click and open. Once you have opened, select the create a new company option. So there will be about 3 options. Restore company, create a new company. I want to open an existing company. And then I think about 4, I want to open a sample company. So, but I'm saying choose new company option for myself. New company for myself. This option can also be found in the file menu on the toolbar. This is a bit of computer ICT. Now click start interview and begin answering the interview questions. So once you open and then you click on the system and the system open, and then you look for create new company, they begin to ask you some questions. So that is the interview. First question is enter your company information, your company name. Please, the company name should be the official company name that you have on the registration or the certificate of registration. The company name. It should be that one. The one you have used to open the bank account, that should be the company name you put into the system. I said that you would be required to only enter the company name, but entering all pertinent company information now that you are doing the interview, will save time and make things easier later. Let's move on. Select your industry. Based on your selection, QuickBooks will customize its settings to better accommodate your business. So tell the system, are you a pharmaceutical company? Are you a travel and tour company? Are you an agricultural company? Are you a manufacturing company? Are you a service company? Are you into what? Trade? What? They have a lot of, options there. So select your own. And when you do that, the system will begin to quickly recalibrate itself to conform with the kind of industry you have selected. Now I'm going to use agriculture as an example. For most farming and ranching operations, you would want to select agriculture, ranching, or farming. The next thing is, how is your company organized? So we're looking at company organization. So you are setting up the system. That's why I said I'm training you as administrators. All right. Please just give me a second. All right, I'm back. So I'm farming now. I'm talking about company organization. Select your company organization type. If you don't know what your company organization type is, then you are most likely a sole proprietorship. So we are talking about company organization. You are looking at what's your company organization. Are you a sole proprietorship? Are you company limited by guarantee? Are you an NGO? Are you a partnership? Are you what? It is there. All of them are stated there. So you have to select. All those things are part of setting up the system. And I said, selecting the correct business type will simplify tax preparation later on. Every organization type comes with a tax preparation. The rest of the interviews that I'm going to take you through are based on sole proprietorship. So let's look at them. Select the first month of your fiscal year. So you need to tell the system what is your first month of the fiscal year. And when we talk about fiscal year, we are looking at an accounting period. We are looking at a period of reporting. Okay, so January to December, March to April. Some people have July to August or August to October. I don't know. But you select yours. Now, I said select January unless you prefer to define a different fiscal year. So all these things are company policies. You know, some companies have different, and some companies are international companies that have been, they are subsidiaries of international companies. They use different, accounting period or fiscal year. So select the one that you do. Then you come to what we call administrator password. In QuickBooks, there are 2 passwords. Take note. There are some of the things, when I say it, I will not come and say it again. That's why I use the word take note. There are 2 passwords, only 2. There's what we call administrator password. This password, when you set it, the person who has the password has access to the entire system and can do everything in the system. We call it administrator privileges. So I said, if somebody in your house, in your office, if a friend, a colleague, whatever, your boss, whoever, will use your machine, your laptop or your desktop, then it is better or it is good to set up administrator password so that only you will have access to the QuickBooks. They can have access to the entire machine, but the QuickBooks, they will need that particular password. If they don't have that password, they cannot have access. So you can throw the machine to them. They will use it the whole day, your children, whatever, but they cannot enter into your QuickBooks file. Now you go ahead and create your company file. So after you have set your password, QuickBooks will ask you to create your company file. Now, instead of creating company file, you click next and specify where you would like to QuickBooks to save your company file. Then you continue. So when I say specify where, it means tell the system whether in your downloads, on your desktop, or in your documents, wherever you want to save. But please don't save the install file on an external drive. No, a pen drive on external device. No, it must be on the machine that you are using. All right. Now continue answering the easy step interview question to customize QuickBooks for your business. So we're looking now at customization. First question is, what do you sell? The system wants to know, what do you sell? If your business consists entirely of producing and selling, let's say, agricultural commodities or drugs or whatever, then choose product only. So if you are like a Kina farmer, they are into producing drugs and selling, choose products only. But I said, however, if you also provide any services like MTN, you're into products and services. Okay, then choose both services and products so that you can have the 2 angle of the system where you can bring in services and products at the same time. Well, I'll train you on both. Do you sell products online? You need to tell the system, because the system can be connected to all the e-commerce systems that you have. Indicate whether or not you sell products online. Do you charge sales tax? Ghana, you have to say yes, 50 times, because we charge sales tax. All right, so say yes. Do you want to create estimates? So all these things you are doing, you are setting up your system. You are building it up for use. If you put only the name in, later, you will see, you see. Later, so many things will come up and you need to do it. Do you want to create estimates? Now, when we talk about estimates in QuickBooks, we are talking about pro forma invoice. All right. But that word estimate is familiar with most of our artisans. You see them say, a command estimate. They say we should bring estimate. But usually in the accounting term, we call it pro forma invoice. So if you want to be able to give a pro forma invoice, then say yes to estimates in QuickBooks. Now, if you do not need to create estimate, choose no. P. Tracking customer orders in QuickBooks. Now, this time we are talking about orders. Like people can order like a pizza joint, and people sit in their house and they call to order, or they go on a website B or some link or a portal and order things. I want to be able to track the orders. It doesn't necessarily do anything to the accounting, but it will help you to track how many orders came and how many sales we're able to make out of the orders. And why are we not able to make the sales out of all the orders? So we want to track orders, like people pre-order for things. Say yes to customer orders. Now, using sales receipt, and this time around, you want to use the receipt directly from the system and give it to your people. Say yes. That's why when you go to most of these major companies where like a big shopping mall, you see there are some beautiful ladies standing behind a counter, and all they do is to give you receipts. They don't do anything, just enter things and give you receipt, enter things and give you receipt. And that's their work. So you say yes, so that you can be able to use QuickBooks to do things like that. Using statement in QuickBooks. So if you want to print the statement of all your customers, like you started from January to now, we are in December, you want to print all the statements of your customers to know which of them are owing you, when did they pay, when are they supposed to pay, how much are they owing you, then say yes to statement. Using progress invoicing. Okay, I am supposed to, all these things I'm supposed to be asking you to be telling me some of them, but I've decided to move on. I'm presuming that you understand them. Progress invoicing is like going for a government contract, and then when you are doing the project and get to a certain stage, you have to raise an invoice and what they call certificate, and then go for the money and come and continue. You haven't finished the project. So we call it progress invoicing. If you want to be able to do that, say yes. So you put in the whole project, and then you be doing the invoicing at the point that you need to do them. Managing bills you owe, creditors. You want to manage them in the system. This person we are owing, this person we are paid this amount, we are owing this amount, creditors, all right? Say yes if you would like to keep track of bills you owe and receive reminders by the system when bills are due. Say yes. Do you print checks? Usually, most of the companies, sometimes you see them photocopying a check and attaching it to a payment voucher as part of their evidence of issuing that check and for auditing purposes. Those things they are dead and gone. When you write the check in the system, you can print it and file it. Okay, yeah. Select the appropriate response. So you have to say yes or no. Tracking inventory in QuickBooks. You'll be doing inventory. So you have to say yes. All right, you'll be doing inventory. Now, I'm almost done. Do you accept credit card? Select the appropriate response. Tracking time in QuickBooks. If you would like to track time spent on various projects by you or your employees, select yes. Guys, give me just a minute again. I need to take water. I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. Now, tracking time in QuickBooks. So those of you who want to use QuickBooks for payroll, you have to say yes to tracking time, because QuickBooks payroll uses time. It's time. It's an American accounting software, so everything is time. And you do payroll, so you understand some of the things we are discussing. Do you have employees? Select the appropriate response. Sometimes when you say yes, they will ask you how many, the number, you put it there. So they are trying to build the system for you so that when you take off, you are going like that. Tracking multiple currencies in QuickBooks. Do you want to be able to track all the currencies in the world? People pay you in dollars, they pay you in yen, in CFA, in what? You want to track the CFA, know how much CFA we have earned, track dollars, track CDs. Say yes to multiple currencies. Now, one thing about the multiple currency setup is that when you say yes, you can't say no again, because it is already on no. So if you go and say yes, you can't say no. The only thing it will require you to ask you of your home currency. So you say Ghana cedi. Ghana cedi is your home currency. Then all other currencies are available. So when you are making a transaction, you have to select the currency. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Using accounts. So please, where we got into is very critical. Take note. I'm going to, after here, I think about just a slide, I'm going to go into QuickBooks. Take note. Using accounts. This time we're talking about bank account. Bank account. Remember, the QuickBooks system serves as your cash book. And you have a bank account which runs on a bank statement. So there will be a time there will be reconciliation. So which bank account are you actually using as a company? We are going to set it up. You are going to bring it into the system. To set up your accounts, you need to know the date you would like to start from and how you would like to organize your income and expenses. You need to know, are we starting 2025 or are we starting 2026 or 2024? And I said, select the date to start tracking your finances, whatever date you choose in the system. You must enter all the business activities that has occurred since that date. So if you say 2024, you must go and get all the 2024 files, the payment vouchers and the income, whatever asset, and come and put them into the system before you can generate a report. So I said, for this reason, it is generally simpler or much simpler to choose a more recent date from which to begin tracking your finances in QuickBooks. So you can say 2025. And no, you have to start from January. So you can say, okay, 2025, we are closing our accounts. We'll send our opening balances to 2026 and start with 2026. So the system begins with 2026. Adrian, if your hand is up, let me hear you.
So please, I would like to find out whether or not we can enter details for transactions in like 8 years or 7 years ago.
Yes, sir.
I mean, into the quick once we set it up.
Yes, sir. But you have to know that if you are entering 8 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, all of them you must enter.
Okay, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The only thing is that
yes,
when you start entering past transaction, the system will ask you that you are entering a transaction of 8 years ago. Do you want to continue? Say yes. Okay. Because
okay, sir.
it will presume that you are making a mistake,
yes,
but you are not making a mistake. So say yes, and it will allow you to enter. But I'm saying that if you say 10 years ago, no problem. But for 10 years ago up to today, all of them must come into this so that we can have very meaningful report to generate. And I was enjoying your video, but your video is off. I like seeing you.
Oh, okay.
Now, so then you come and add your bank account. So add your bank account. So the account may be set to EcoBank. So EcoBank account number, so and so. We'll go and look at all of them right now. And you will see it's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Maybe tomorrow we'll start with some chart of accounts so you understand. But you add your bank account, and as many bank accounts as you have, you can bring all of them. Depending, the company is using those bank accounts. I'm not talking about a personal bank account. I'm talking about company bank account. Some companies have 6 bank accounts, 4, 2. Some who are growing, they have. Some even have international bank accounts sitting. All of them can bring them because we withdraw, we deposit, we do things with the bank account, which we want to enter into the system. Enter the appropriate information for each bank account, including your last bank statement, ending date, and balance. That is what we call opening balance. but on the bank statement it's ending balance. Okay. Then the word that you see there, finish, it will come, finish. It means I've finished. Then you click on it, and you have created your company file. So if you are using Windows, please take note, watch my screen. If you are using Windows, this is the one you see. You see this one. Your home page will be like this one. If you are using iMac like me, your home page will be like this one. Now, let's go to your first individual assignment. Those of you using desktop, start with your, don't start now, please. Let me finish my class. Let me finish my class, please. And those of you who are, but all of us are supposed to sign up on the QuickBooks online. Desktop is also free, so you can go. But once you sign up on the QuickBooks online, you have your company file and your home page is open, which I'll show you. Take a photo and send it to me. Let me be too sure that Eliasu has opened his company file. Bah, I've finished. That's your assignment. So this is the picture of the home page, and then I'm going to go straight to QuickBooks and then take you through what do you call the home page. So this is my QuickBooks. This is the real QuickBooks that I use. So I'll show you for the QuickBooks desktop, and then we'll come and look at QuickBooks. So this is it. This is my QuickBooks. All right. This is what I use in my office. This is QuickBooks. So this is QuickBooks desktop. I told you for iMac, the design is like this. And the whole, I don't use Windows, but I'll explain to you everything. Everything here is there. Then this is the QuickBooks online homepage. Online homepage. So we have things happening here. We have things all over. We'll take you through.